What's going on, you guys? Dan here with another graphic novel review. This time we're reviewing The Death of Superman, which I have to admit I read this a very long, super long time ago, back in the 90s, when this debuted in its single issue format. Now, I do remember at the time that this came out, DC, like Marvel has a number of times, was struggling with sales. And I think that they created this storyline to kind of boost their sales a little bit. I remember buying like the issues of this, and they were wrapped in plastic, and it was like under the assumption that you were going to save these and they were going to be worth money in the future if you didn't open them. But when it came, at that time period of collecting comic books, books were just not selling like they used to back in the day. They weren't like Golden Age and all that, you know, where people didn't have that many copies of them. They were just mass-marketed copies of books, which just really decreased their value. But that's another issue. We're here to talk about The Death of Superman. I like how on the back it has all the issues. I'm not going to state what all the separate issues are, but they are there on the back. If you really are interested, I'll admit, I didn't read all these single issues. I only read like so many of them, so it was a little bit of a treat to read them all in this combined format. Like I said, this back in the day, this story was king. You know, it was like the first time. Well, I guess Captain Marvel had died before this, but it was like a major superhero had died, you know? So, like, it kind of made the news and shit. I remember seeing it on the news, but, you know, rereading this, I just kind of, I mean, there was a bit of nostalgia with rereading it, but I just felt like, you know, it just felt like not that good, to be honest with you. I did see some interesting Justice League people that, like Bloodwind, who I don't remember seeing, because like I said, I didn't read all of these single issues. But, you know, I would like to go back and maybe read some of these earlier issues from this time period, like, because I'll admit I was a Marvel person. I was not a DC fan. I only picked up Death of Superman because it was so hyped at the time. But one of the things I found kind of annoying about this, and I don't think you'll see this today, is that they kind of stretched this whole fight across like all these issues. Like 7 issues they stretched out and prolonged this Death of Superman fight, which I kind of found a little ridiculous. I mean, I know everybody else is going to have a different opinion. I mean, maybe you really enjoyed this, but like I said, this is a reread, and I read this when I was a teenager, so it has been a very long time. I've got a whole different perspective on things now. Towards the ending of the story, I will have to admit, like, because the way the artwork makes it look, some of it was kind of, in my opinion, made it look kind of comical, the way they were posed, and you know, it was just okay. It is a pivotal event. I mean, if you want to read and see what The Death of Superman was like, go ahead and check it out. Like these 2 panels right here were just kind of, I thought that was kind of sappy and over. But, you know, there's no spoilers because we already know it's The Death of Superman. So I'm, you know, not spoiling anything. But I thought it was kind of silly, you know, looking back at it now. I did only rate this 3 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. It was just okay, and like I said, it was a reread. I'm thinking about going back and rereading other, like, you know, big storylines like Death in the Family and Killing Joke and doing reviews of those. If you have any questions or comments about that idea, let me know down below. If you've read this, let me know what you thought of it down below as well. Of course, as always, I will have a link for you to purchase and pick up a copy of this for yourselves. Any and all purchases made through that link will greatly help me out. If you're not a subscriber and you're looking for more graphic novel, comic book, you know, even regular book reviews, please hit that subscriber link. While you're there, hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching, guys. Until next time, later.